Hello everyone, Timmie Horvath here, and welcome to my online class, Essential Oils and the Chakras, where you'll learn how to work with the subtle energy of plants to balance your chakras. Upon completing this class, you will have a basic understanding of what chakras and essential oils are. You'll learn how essential oils influence the energetic body. You'll learn the basic functions of each chakra and their associated essential oils. And finally, you'll leave with a formula for practicing essential oil chakra balancing. I'd like to start by sharing just a little bit of my background. As I said, my name is Timmie Horvath, and I'm the owner of the Sacred Wellness School of Healing Arts. I'm a certified aromatherapist, a certified aromatherapy teacher, and I have advanced education in essential oil safety and essential oil kinetics, and I am a lifelong learner, so I'm always looking for more learning opportunities in the realm of plant medicine. I'm a holistic health educator, a Reiki and energy healing master teacher. I'm also a yoga and fitness professional and have been for the last 10 years, and my background is in nursing. And finally, and this is, to me, my most important credential, I am a mom of 3. I have 2 sons and a daughter, and at this time, they are ages 12, 8, and 2. So the chakras, what are they? The word chakra, and it's a hard CH as in chair rather than chaise or church rather. So it's chakras, and that is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel. So when people visualize the chakras, or when very intuitive people see the chakras in people's energetic bodies, they see them typically as wheels. And so they're known to be vortexes of energy within the body. And quite often people liken them to be the energetic organs of the body. Each chakra resonates with a core human need, and each chakra is the bridge between the physical and the energetic world. And as you can see in this picture, if you could visualize the chakras, they do intersect with certain parts of the body, at least the first 7 chakras do. We actually have countless chakras throughout our body. We have a chakra that's actually below our feet that extends into the earth. And then of course, there are the 7 main chakras that most people are familiar with, the root chakra, going all the way up to the crown chakra. And each one of those chakras resonates with the colors of the rainbow. And above the crown chakras, we have more chakras ascending up into the heavens, such as the soul star chakra. And then we also have many minor chakras running through the body. And a lot of these people recognize them to be very similar to the intersections of energy that people work with when they work with traditional Chinese medicine. So a smaller chakra that I typically like to work with a lot are the palm chakras, which are an extension of the heart chakra, and then also the chakras at the bases of the feet. The health of our chakras relates to our physical, spiritual, and everyday experiences. So each chakra is responsible, if you will, for not just our physical health, but also certain psychological functions, our emotions, our mental disposition, and also our lifestyles. So having anything to do with our ability to support ourselves financially, to give and receive love, and to learn and to see the big picture in our lives. So, big question, will balancing my chakras solve all of my problems? Absolutely not. But balancing the chakras is still an extremely important act. It is a very vital part of good energy hygiene. When you balance your chakras, you're empowered to be able to solve your own problems. Balancing the chakras allows you to accurately see where you've been, where you're at right now, and where you're headed, and then you can course correct from there. In a nutshell, the lower chakras, when they're balanced, they keep you level-headed and practical, that is grounded. The heart chakra, which is in the middle and bridges the lower and the higher chakras within the body, enable you to connect with others authentically, free of codependence and unhealthy attachments. And the higher chakras give you faith and trust in a loving and abundant universe. Now, essential oils. Essential oils are plant-derived. However, they're not naturally occurring. Therefore, contrary to popular belief, they're not technically a natural product. When they're inside the plant, they're called essences. And while they're in the plant, they are bioavailable, which means that they're easily metabolized by the body and they're ingestible when they're in the plant, which is why we can eat raw peppermint and we can eat plants raw and herbs raw. Obviously, we know that. We can also dehydrate them and then make them into teas and tinctures and infusions and decoctions. How that works, especially with the dried plant material, is that when you submerge them, especially in hot water, the hot water breaks down the cell wall and allows all of the nourishing benefits of that herb, plant, or flower to be released into the water. And then you drink them in the water, still in a form that's bioavailable and safely metabolized through the body. Essential oils work in a very different way. So again, when they're in the plant, whether they're dried or they're fresh, they're metabolized by the body. But the extraction of essential oils is not a natural process. This is a very purposeful process. So it's not like you'll be walking in the wilderness and then you'll just magically see bears in white lab coats distilling essential oils in a lab. That doesn't happen. This is something that we do very much on purpose, and it is it's a chemical scientific process. Essential oils are extracted from plants in a variety of ways, very commonly through steam diffusion, but also through cold pressing, CO2 extraction, and also with the very precious flowers and delicate herbs, also chemical extraction. So when they're extracted from the plant, they're called essential oils, and they're no longer bioavailable. So this is very similar to when we isolate ingredients, right? So we know this with pharmaceuticals. And what are pharmaceuticals? A lot of the time they draw from plant intelligence, right? And so we look at herbs and we look at plants and we look at the therapeutic properties within each herb or plant. And then we isolate it down to what is that one thing in there that's causing this particular chemical reaction or this therapeutic action. And then we synthesize it, right? So everybody knows this. I think most people know that aspirin is a derivative of willow bark, right? And so you've taken the willow bark and you've taken out that one core thing that causes that big therapeutic action, and then they've synthesized it and isolated it, and now you have aspirin, right? So I'm not saying essential oils are pharmaceutical, of course they're not, but it's very similar in which you've really extracted and isolated down the chemical component of the plant. And so it's funny to me when people say, you know, I don't want to use chemicals when I'm cleaning my home, therefore I'm going to use essential oils. Well, that's exactly what you're using is chemicals, and that's okay. It's just the nature of it and how you're using it. So essential oils are said to contain the soul of the plant, and as such, they can also be used on a subtle level to connect to the plant's vital life force. Now, let's be clear. You can use anything on the subtle level. You can work with a plant that's potted in the ground. You can use it dried. But essential oils, I mean, they really span the gamut. They're sensual, they have physical benefits, and we'll get into this in a few minutes here, but essential oils have a very high vibration because you've really isolated that soul essence of the plant. And so they're also a lot more portable, and a little goes a very, very, very long way. But much like the rest of the plant material, you can use essential oils on a subtle level. So how to use them in a nutshell. So in their pure extracted form, essential oils must be diluted in a carrier oil or other fat-soluble solvent. Generally speaking, the skin doesn't like undiluted essential oils. So it's ironic because I know that some people think that by applying essential oils neat to their face, that they're going to usify themselves. The thing with essential oils, though, is by their very nature, they're dehydrating, which is why, you know, tea tree and lavender, they're great for acne and even for warts, right? Because it will, essential oils by their very nature, they're very harsh in the skin. They will search and destroy. So far from, you know, making you look younger, if anything, they'll make you look a little bit older. So that's not to say they're not valuable. Like I said, simply dilute them appropriately and they'll do exactly what you would like them to do. They can also be diffused in the air or made into a personal inhaler. And certainly essential oils are so valuable in massage. So massage, inhalation, topical application, and energy healing are just some of the main ways that you can use essential oils. If you really want to do a deep dive into how to use essential oils so that you can use them well for you, your family, and maybe even your clients and give them really good sound advice, I would recommend my course, Aromatherapy Essentials, which is a foundational course that'll teach you everything you need to know to get started with using essential oils and hydrosols safely and effectively. It's an on-demand video workshop complete with slides and a manual and other resources. You'll get a certificate of completion and you are eligible for CECs with the NHPC. So if you'd like more information on that, simply head on over to my website at sacredwellness.co. Essential oils and the energetic body. So what is the relationship here? Each essential oil has a unique vibrational frequency. Essential oils, like I said earlier, are sensual and they provide physical benefits, and they also provide energetic healing. The great thing about working with essential oils on a subtle level, and what I mean by that is on an energetic level, is it allows anyone to avail of the energetic benefits of essential oils free of any physical side effects. And that's because we're not using them physically. So we don't have to worry about contact dermatitis, we don't have to worry about irritation, or we don't even have to worry about respiratory aggravation there, especially if you're just using it on the subtle level. And when I talk about the subtle use of essential oils, it's very similar to how we use crystal energy. Those of you who've worked with crystals before know that simply by sharing space or incorporating crystals into a grid or onto your altar and tapping into their energy, you're able to share and draw from the energetic properties of that crystal. And you can absolutely use essential oils in that same way. They're already bottled in a really nice way, and you can apply them to many of the different things that you're already doing ritualistically. The added benefit to this is because they're so amazingly aromatic, essential oils are excellent for clearing and protecting and creating sacred space. So with regards to the chakras, the frequency of each essential oil will resonate with each chakra in a different way, usually either by stimulating or calming the chakra or soothing it. Some essential oils naturally resonate strongly with certain chakras. And what I mean by that is, by their very nature, certain essential oils will share a resonant vibration with certain chakras. So by the law of energy healing, which is going by the law of vibrational resonance, when two opposing vibrations share space, one of three things will happen. The higher vibration will drop down to meet the lower one will rise up to meet the higher one, or they're going to meet in the middle. And this is super superficial, okay? So just take that with a grain of salt. Suffice it to say that energy affects energy. And when you have something like an essential oil that is very pure and vibrates very strongly and resonates very strongly with, say, a very healthy root chakra, and your root chakra needs balancing, maybe it's understimulated or overstimulated, and you're working with that particular essential oil for the purposes of balancing that root chakra, well, those energies are eventually going to sync, right? And so whether you're using the essential oil purely on a subtle level or you're incorporating physical benefits with that, it's going to have an amazing effect. It's a nice, subtle, graceful, sensual way of working with plant medicine and balancing your energetic body. So the best way to use essential oils to balance the chakras is through subtle means, working with the oils indirectly or by diffusion or extremely light topical application. One of the many benefits of diffusion is that, like I said earlier, it creates sacred space, and it also affects the mental state quite quickly. This also goes for using personal inhalers. So let's just say inhalation in general. And the topical benefits are, I just really like anointing as a spiritual practice. It really grounds me and centers me. And when you're using essential oils topically for the purposes of clearing your energy, I would really recommend using a very low dilution, because you really only need one drop. So what I would recommend if you're doing a 10 milliliter roller ball, so if you're buying a roller ball at the store, they're usually 10 mils, a 0.5% dilution is more than enough, or one drop to the entire 10 mils roller ball. The intention is energetic. It may not be enough to make a physical change or to be particularly aromatic, but really you'd be surprised what one drop in 10 mils will do, even on an aromatic level. The great thing about having a roller ball at such a low dilution is that it increases your ability to share this with all sorts of people, such as the children in your family, not the babies, but maybe the younger people, or maybe people with very delicate skin. And that being said, regardless of the dilution, it's always important to just check and look up the essential oil and make sure that it's not particularly irritating. But again, that's the beauty of using a carrier oil, because the carrier oil, if used or chosen correctly, can have amazingly nourishing skin properties. So without further ado, let's go through the chakras. So The root chakra color is red, and its main functions are survival, primal instincts, vital life force, security, stability, courage, general physical health. And my recommended essential oils for working with the root chakra are cedarwood, sandalwood, vetiver, frankincense, pine, spruce, clove, black pepper, benzoin, vanilla, and ylang ylang. And you'll notice that a lot of these essential oils are tree-based oils or resin-based oils, like really grounding, and they really do have an emotionally grounding effect. The sacral chakra functions are feelings or emotions, intimacy, creation, freedom, flexibility, and movement. The essential oils that I recommend for working with the sacral chakra are basil, cinnamon, clary sage, geranium, juniper berry, grapefruit, lemon, lime, orange, mandarin, and pomarosa. So these are really bright, fun, stimulating essential oils. One thing I will say regarding the citrus oils is please consider their phototoxicity. Some citrus oils are phototoxic, not all of them are. Again, please look at my course, Aromatherapy Essentials, if you would really like to go into this. But just look it up and just check. You can easily see whether or not it's phototoxic, and if it is, I would just recommend sticking with inhalation, or if you're going to be using it for an anointing oil, just making sure that it's underneath your clothes, okay? The solar plexus chakra is all about personal power, leadership, will, self-control, mental clarity, optimism, and knowledge. The essential oils I recommend are bergamot, Roman chamomile, lemon lime, grapefruit, orange, mandarin, ginger, lemongrass, helichrysum, and rosemary. And you can definitely sense another bright theme, very bright, but also very strong. Some of these essential oils are really, really good for most people, and some of them, like rosemary and lemongrass, you know, or even ginger, some people have like a love-hate relationship with the essential oil. So definitely very strong presence there. And again, with the citrus oils, please look them up, be a responsible consumer and a responsible practitioner in making sure, just as a general guideline anyway, you know, when you're using these energetically, you want to be anointing and making sure you're not being silly and going overboard with anything. The heart chakra, all about love, acceptance of self and others, compassion, forgiveness, harmony, relationships, and empathy. The essential oils for the heart chakra are jasmine, lavender, neroli, patchouli, rose, sweet marjoram, peppermint, eucalyptus, spearmint, cypress, and pine. So a lot of these are very flowery essential oils, and they're very sweet and very romantic. And then you'll also notice we have peppermint, eucalyptus, spearmint. You know, the heart chakra also has to do with our respiratory health. And so any essential oil that benefits your respiratory health also naturally benefits the heart chakra. The throat chakra is about communication, creativity, wisdom, speech, expression, planning, and trust. And the essential oils for the throat chakra are peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, thyme, oregano, ramantsara, and chamomile. So we're talking about really sharp, clear, powerful essential oils, and definitely in and around the throat area. So, you know, especially if you have a sore throat or if you're sore in your neck, oils like peppermint and eucalyptus can definitely help, and thyme as well, to help to ease that tension and to increase the clarity in your voice. The third eye chakra, here we are in the realm of intuition, invention, intelligence, psychic abilities, perception, memory, and understanding. And the oils for the third eye chakra are frankincense, lavender, tea tree, juniper berry, eucalyptus, thyme, myrrh, and patchouli. So we're getting more into those sacred oils. And finally, we have the crown chakra, which is all about insight, higher wisdom, divine connection, spirituality, awareness, self-actualization, and morality. The oils for the crown chakra include frankincense, helichrysum, lavender, angelica, myrrh, neroli, jasmine, and rose. And you'll notice that majority of these oils for the crown chakra are a little more valuable. If you're familiar with essential oils, you know that most of these are quite expensive. And always know that the hydrosol version of these essential oils will absolutely do the same thing with regards to energetic healing. You know, most people can't afford or do not choose to spend like $100 on a bottle of helichrysum. But you could definitely get a $20 bottle of helichrysum hydrosol, which is also going to be amazing for you. But most people have lavender, right? And then there's also different forms of rose. Frankincense is pretty approachable as well. So if you can get your hands on these oils, especially in their pure form, you know, what a gift. And that's what the crown chakra is, right? It's that self-actualization. It's when all of your chakras are working in a beautiful way, really allowing you to ascend up and to be your best self. I just want to say here that even though the chakras go from bottom to top, one chakra is not better than the other. That's like saying that your liver is better than your kidneys. That's ridiculous. Every organ has a very vital function, and that's the same with the chakras. Every chakra serves a higher function. And we're always shifting, right? It's just like with homeostasis in the physical body. Our energetic body is always moving towards a state of wellness and a state of health. But are there things that we can do to support us or to come into true optimal health? Absolutely, there are. And essential oils is one of my favorite methods of plant medicine in doing exactly that. So here are my guidelines for you to start putting this into practice so you can start using essential oils for chakra balancing today. So identifying first which chakra you'd like to work with. And I would just really tap into your intuition here. The first one that comes to you is the one that you're going to be working with. You really can't screw this up, because I would hope that you systematically work with the chakras regularly. So whether you want to do one a week or one a month, or you just kind of take it day by day, you know, listen to your intuition. There are many free quizzes online where you can see if one chakra is more needs more love than another, let's say. Or you may already be very familiar with your energy body, or you may have a set of oracle cards which could tell you. So I will trust you to figure that out. And then when you've chosen the chakra that you want to be focusing on at that time, you can choose either a blend of different essential oils that I've suggested earlier, or you can choose one. If you're going to be diffusing, 6 to 8 drops in a regular diffuser for 45 to 60 minutes at a time. And the reason I say 45 to 60 minutes is because really the therapeutic benefit, the physical therapeutic benefit of essential oils peaks at 45 minutes and really starts to drop down. 60 minutes is just, it's easier to keep track at 60 minutes at a time. But really after that point, there are no physical benefits at all, and you're just kind of wasting this precious plant material. So I'd recommend, you know, during meditation or before bed, don't diffuse it overnight, or during your morning routine, and then switch it off when you're leaving the bedroom. If you want to make a roller ball for anointing, simply 1 drop of essential oil mixed with carrier oil. So my favorites are grapeseed oil, because it's great for all skin types, especially sensitive skin. And it's also really good. Grapeseed oil is, they say it's really, really good for reducing the appearance of scars. Jojoba oil, which is a little bit more cost prohibitive, but so good for the skin. In the aromatherapy world, we call jojoba second skin because it's very molecularly similar to skin. And then of course there's fractionated coconut oil, which is great because it's very cheap and it doesn't stain clothes and it doesn't stain, you know, sheets. So if that's something, if you're a massage therapist, you know, that's not a bad choice. Anoint your body in the morning after you shower, or whenever it is that resonates with you. I really like, if I'm going to do my anointing, I like to do it before I leave the house, or when I start my day. And finally, you can make a personal inhaler. So you do have to buy those. They're pretty cheap. You can buy them at most solid aromatherapy stores, like planttherapy.com is one of them. Aromatics.com, which is Aromatics International. You can buy those. You can buy them like in like bags. So you wouldn't just be buying the one. And I think most good health food stores would have them as well. And so what it is, if you're looking at it from afar, it kind of looks like a tube of lip gloss, but you open it up. And there's a cotton wick on the inside, and you would just do about 15 drops total of essential oil, and you would just inhale as needed. So I always recommend, you know, take mindful moments throughout the day, exhale completely first, and then take a nice deep inhale. Because you have more drops that you can work with, you can definitely make a nice blend. And so again, whether you're blending different essential oils for one chakra, or you're looking to make an inhaler blend that will, you know, clear and balance your lower chakras or your higher chakras, or maybe all of them, you know, allow your intuition to guide you. Essential oil blending is a science, but it's also an art, and you're making this for yourself. So at the end of the day, it has to be a smell that you really, really like. I would recommend always going drop by drop, especially if you're going to take a blend. But, you know, in 15 drops, me personally, I wouldn't do more than 2 or 3 different essential oils. And that is that for our Essential Oils and the Chakras workshop. I just want to say thank you so much for listening, and I hope you got incredible value. For more free resources, I have lots of blog posts on my website, just sacredwellness.co/blog, or just head on over to the website. Please stay on my newsletter list if you're on my newsletter, and you'll be the first to know about my new offerings and my new blog posts. I like to blog about everything in the world of holistic health, but I'm especially passionate about the intersection between astrology and plant medicine. So if that's something that fascinates you, then please stick around. You can follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and send me an email. All my information is right here. And feel free to send me an email or a DM on Instagram or Facebook if you have any specific questions about this workshop or about essential oils or any of my offerings in general. Again, if you would like to go deeper into essential oils and really feel empowered with working with them in any capacity, I highly recommend my course, Aromatherapy Essentials. It is a certification course, and like I said, it's an on-demand video workshop. You actually also get the audio version for easily listening. You get the slides, you get a manual, and I'm always adding to that dashboard, and it's only $50, plus you get CECs. So for more info, just head on over to my website. It's on my main page. And if you would like to work deeper with the chakras and become a certified chakra therapist, I highly recommend you join me for my chakra therapy certification course, which is online. You'll learn how to activate, clear, and balance your chakras using energy healing, mindful movement, crystals, color therapy, essential oils and herbs, lifestyle practices, and meditation. You'll get a complete chakra education, and it'll include the history of the chakra system, chakra theory, and more modern application of chakra healing practices. Again, if you're interested in this, you can find all of the info on my website. Just go straight to sacredwellness.co, and it's right there on the main page. Again, if you'd like to get in touch with me, or if you have any questions with me, you know where to find me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. Just remember sacredwellness.co. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Timmie, and I hope you have a wonderful day.